check. Work is in the AO. Hello everybody, welcome to the stream. Glad you can join us today for another round of, well, drawing, fan art drawing specifically, of the Lilyville team from Super Holo Wars. That's Food Meal. Bit of a recap rather. Last time we actually managed to finish doing the line art for Fubuki's part of the run, which is a little on the upper left of this canvas. I did say I was gonna complete the line art today, but I kind of cheated on that, and I spent a good part of my rest day yesterday trying to finish the line art so that we can start at least layering the flag colors for the day. And this is how Mio-san turned out after a bit. Okay, let's put some colors into that. Ugh, not much visibility since I put the coloring background already, so it'll be easier to make to put the flat coloring today. So I had a bit of trouble with the eyes, that to the point that I had to copy them instead and mirror it, because it was not exactly coming out as I wanted to be. Then I had a bit of trouble with the hair, at least the front one, because for some reason it kept overlapping and not getting it right. Afterwards, I kind of got caught up in the ears, which I think look nice, by the way. Afterwards, I had to finish up this sleeves. I'm sure I forgot something. I just hope I'll remember what it is before I put the hammer down with Mio-san later. I had to put some ribbons over there too, because her dress is basically just some sort of Shinto inspired temple dress, more like, but it's very simplistic, and since it doesn't have stitches, it has ribbons instead. That's pretty much how it works. Might have to fix that later too. Anyway, I think this is a good time to start laying in the lines. So for now, let's go ahead with putting everything back in. At least everything that I've seen, and then we can probably get a view on how things will go. So this is how I wanted to put the cut-in segments for both Fubuki and Mio-san. I originally planned to have them use their pen-like colors. Well, the opposite of their pen-like colors, that is, with Mio-san getting Fubuki's warm white, and then Fubs getting Mio-san's forest green. But I think the colors did not exactly work up to snuff. Yes, the colors did not work up to snuff, so I think I did a last second executive decision and just use the colors of their well, more like the color of their trim, or in this case Fubuki-san's neckerchief, and then there's Mio-san's, what do they call those ropes again? There we go. Shimenawa. Yeah, she wears a lot of Shimenawa, so we went with the red on her Shimenawa. And then Hagoromo? Was it called Hagoromo? Or the Hagoromo? No, that's the raiment. I'm talking about this ribbon specifically. Never mind. We'll probably get caught up too much with that. Anyway, so we went with the red on Mio-san Shimenawa for Fubuki's cutting background, and then the light blue on Fubuki's neckerchief for Mio-san's background, and that's how it goes. As you might see, the background here overlaps with the cut in background overlaps with parts of the leg for the Livy Bell, because that's the idea. It's supposed to be the Livy Bell being in front of Fubuki-san and then being behind Mio-san for this cut in. So that's how the composition will look like in actual coloring. But for now, we're gonna go ahead and do some coloring first. So I'm gonna get rid of some of these line arts for the time being, so I don't get confused. So it's gonna be mostly just coloring today. Don't know how far we're going to go actually, and also not much of a commentary, running commentary here. It's gonna go ahead and do some coloring on my own, and then, well, we'll just make commentary as we go. Frames, where is that layer? Oh, I gotta lock that. Got that part. Yeah. Well, anyway, I'll try as much as possible to respond to any comments that might drop in. I know I'm not really super focused on getting any colors done, or rather I'm too focused on getting the colors done that I will definitely miss a lot of live comments again, but I will try as much as possible to get in there. So without further ado, let's go and track these. It's gonna be a bit funny because there's a lot of red there as well, and there's also the cameras. Wait, what? Oh, that's a different part. I just got confused there. Or totally got confused there, rather. Well, this is gonna need a lot of... This is gonna be about a lot of squares, so we'll go with the polygonal selection tool for some of these straight lines. Hopefully we don't overlap anything. Yeah, almost overlapped that one. Speaking of break, it wasn't really much of a break if you ask me. I had fitful sleep because of the weather and all the stress that got built up that I had a lot of really bad lucid dreams. So yeah, not much of a sleep run on that one, I'm afraid. Ooh, almost got caught in that. Do I fill the gap on this line or not? We'll have to see once the colors are applied. See how it works. Well, it's not exactly white, as you can clearly see from the circle or the color wheel here. It's pretty close, and a bit chilly for white too, compared to the warm white that the Fubuki-san has. I gotta clean that one up. Where's my Livy Bell line art again? Every single time I finish line art and I start coloring, I see some of the extra lines that I kind of miss. And I end up grabbing the eraser or the pen tools just to fill them up or clean them up. In that situation, really. Okay, next up, don't forget to save. Next up is this whole segment, including the V fin base, and also the top of the head, somewhere around here. So it's going to be easier. There is some bit of consolation over the weekend, though. I did have a lot of enjoyment watching or rewatching the Herb birthday stream. Mostly because a lot of the songs are from my era. her rendition of the Cobra OP is absolutely beautiful. If you haven't checked that out, I suggest you do right now. It's only 58 minutes. Very retro, mostly 80s. No, not mostly. It's all 80s actually. But, the Cobra, the Cobra rendition is definitely a must-watch, or at least a must-listen if you can't really watch it right now because the smoky voice, the deep smoky voice is just divine, exquisite, as the kids would say. I want them to do more 80s mecha anime, actually. I mean, well, Cobra is technically speaking a sci-fi anime and not really full mecha, although I'm pretty sure Cobra's ship actually transforms into a giant snake dragon thing. At least from what I remember, but that's beside the point. I just wanted to do more 80s action anime OPs and insert songs. There's a lot of great ones out there, you know. Okay, did I miss anything? No, that's for this one. Now we'll go with the face. If you're wondering why I don't seem to have a lot of separate layers for different line segments, I used to do that when I started doing digital drawings. But I found that it was very tedious, and even though it is actually very helpful when you're coloring stuff, because if things don't quite fit right, you can just move each layer around. It didn't quite come out the same way, the way I wanted it to be whenever the results were actually in effect. And then there was also the fact that, well, more layers equals more space needed for storage. So as much as possible, I've been trying to do do all the line art on one layer and then fix them as I go if things go wrong. I know it's not exactly ideal, but for somebody who's on a memory budget, that's the best I can do to keep space at a premium while also training my drawing skills, or lack thereof. If you're wondering why I keep keep cleaning up a lot of stuff when I try to do line art, and why it takes me so long to finish line art, it's because of that. Not exactly best practices, as they would say in the marketing department, but yeah, that's just it. It's only because I'm poor and I really need the space for everything else, which is why I'm trying not as much as possible keep these drawing documents to a bare minimum at most. Almost something like that. Wait, why did I even not extend over here to the face? Never mind. I'm coloring it anyway. Anything else missing? Oh, this one. Yeah, that's on me. I should really get back to practicing drawing mecha. It hasn't been so long. Oh no, that's not what I was supposed to click. Why? Sorry if I'm moaning a bit. It's mostly because of the weather. I'm seeing 99 on my thermos over here. So you will excuse me if I'm bemoaning the fact that I'm pretty much turning into gunk in real time because of the heat. Oh wait, did I I think I got that wrong. No. Did I? I did. Alright, check that out. Right, anything else on the head that needs coloring with white? Doesn't look like it. Okay, let's go with the... Let's go with the black segments. So it's gonna be here. Maybe if it doesn't look black enough, I'll probably use Fubuki-san's colors here instead. Could be much more useful, actually. God, it's hot. Oh no. It does look like a decent amount, there's a decent shade of black, but I might change it to Fubuki-san's here later if I think that it might look better. Now over here in the forehead section. Well, top of the head more like. Oh god. It's not a good time to be yawning again. Barely started the stream. Probably just overlap that segment and get the green in later. Yes, that's nice. And the rest of it goes here. All the black segments for the face now. So let's go with... Let's put the goggles first. That's gonna be below the body though, so that it doesn't overlap. Yes. A bright sky blue. Okay, now I'm starting to see some semblance of actual design here. It's always, well, I think it's something I always say, but it's always fascinating to see how different a drawing is once you apply colors to it. And then afterwards, it also becomes much more different once you apply the rendering. I think one of the nice things about the drawing journey is seeing the colors take shape after the lines have been drawn. Because there is just something different about seeing just the line art and then seeing it in action with the colors. I know it's probably just me. This green segment, by the way, as you may all know, is the forehead, well, technically it is the forehead camera, which is something that's very common amongst, well, Gundam-type mobile suits, really. So on top of the optics here and the eyes, I forgot to open up that, gotta clean that. Oh wait, no, it's blank yet. So on top of the optics in the eyes, they would usually have a forehead camera and a back of the head camera, even though the back of the head isn't visible in, even though the back of the head is already there during the pre-panoramic cockpit era. It's mostly for rear view mirrors or some such. And then there's also these, which are usually shoulder cameras for increased field of vision. Although in some cases they're also there for specialized or for backup cameras or specialized use like thermals or some such. Though I think the backup camera angle is a more common one, since I don't think thermal imaging was a known thing back then. Well, at least for civilian markets. We all know the Starlight already existed around the time the first Gundam episode showed up in the and PBS-4, one of the very first night vision cameras in service. Okay, that's the green segment. Now let's go for the red one, and then we'll be done with the head. It should be here. Yes, now we're seeing some semblance of different colors now. Wait, why am I seeing Medicine Uni? Medicine Uni, rather. I got distracted by the blue. Oh, speaking of which, I did read up some notes relating to Super Holo Wars, and apparently the Navigator is indeed based on the Astralion from OG. Or the Estelion in this case. Yeah, the Estelion. Estelion. I still don't know how to properly pronounce it. So it's pretty close to the Estelion, especially when the wings are in effect. But that weird head design that it has is actually because it's partially based on the Blue Comet SBT Lasner. which for some reason is quite fitting for somebody who is part of the Inunaka duo. And the reason why her attack looks familiar is because it's partially based on VMAX. So the SVT segment in the Navigator is actually the head cockpit, which might not be very visible in the low poly design, but it is indeed a head cockpit, which is something that is very common in SVTs. Ooh, hang on. Still pretty loud out there. So yeah, if you look into the Navigator's head, actually, you might see some weird translucent thing on the upper part of the head, and that's where the cockpit actually sits in. Something that is common amongst all SBTs. Well, most SBTs, I think. I feel like some of the other SBT designs, like the Slomco, doesn't have a head-mounted cockpit, but that could just be me misremembering a lot of stuff. The Slomco is the transformable one that turns into a weird fighter with the very round bubble canopy. Just fix this. This doesn't feel right to me. So if you might remember how the the VMAX attack works, it includes how shall we say this? It includes the cut-in animation where the unit itself does a rush attack, and then there's also the cut-in of the unit coming in from the distance and showing up with a blue streak in the far distance, ending up with a twinkle, and then the unit comes straight at the camera. So I think that's more of a that particular cut-in was used more for the Stellaris instead. Though quite fittingly, the Navigator does have the same collision aura effect when doing its attack, special attack, very similar to VMAX. So I guess there's some semblance there. Though it doesn't have the VMAX theme, which is kind of a shame, but that's probably understandable. Alright, let's go back to the red segments. Well, the only thing I'm missing for this one is this on the ornament. And now I really want to go back and play J. And probably try and get the Grade 0 Rhymer, because I've never unlocked the Grade 0 Rhymer in any of my playthroughs, whether I was using Toya or Calvina. Kind of funny. Oh. There we go. And with that, I think the head unit's done. Perfect. Okay, with the head done, let's... Oh wait, no, I forgot. I still need to get the neck done. Dang it. The neck joints. Always remember to color in the neck joints. I keep forgetting that part. You know, this might be tedious to watch for some people because I don't put the single background color here for the base and then use that as the like some sort of multiply thing so that I don't overlap. But I find that also eats a lot of memory on my, or a lot of space on my drive, so I'm just using what I'm more comfortable with, which is just using the lasso tool. I know it's a lot more tedious, but for somebody who's not exactly skilled like me, this is good enough. It gets me somewhere at least. I should shut up now. Let's focus on getting this done. That's the head. We go next. Well, we can go with the torso first, and then we'll get the arms separately later. There's also the backpack unit to consider. Now, keep it above the head. So most of the torso is black, as opposed to white. Quite fitting. Oh, did I? Every single time, man. Every single time. Let's get that torso sorted out. Be a lot of polygons on this one. Gonna have to overlap these segments again, color them in later once we get the green in. The squiggly lines. See what's over there. Ah, okay. I think I know what I should be doing. Which one is this? Oh, right, the neck. Yeah, I might switch that gray out later, just to be sure, but I don't know. We'll see once we've completed the flat coloring. Excuse me, I'm stretching a bit. Don't forget these are green segments, so we won't want to overlap with that. Come on, extra line again? Why do I keep getting that? Definitely a lot of gaps to fill up later. I missed my stop. Gonna backtrack. Oh, I forgot about this. Yeah. Gotta have to make a gap on that one later. Or now, actually. That should do it. Whoops. Almost. Thank goodness I didn't make that. There we go. Scared the hell out of me. Okay, that's part of the torso done. Go for the green segments, and after that we'll get the joints in. Whew. Get the green big. Hang on a second, let's over here. So basically now we're just gonna fill up these camera shots here, and then what's going on? Midnight fog. first camera. Ooh, did I think we know overlap on that one? And then let's go on the other way. Hold it on. Go down. Missing you true. That's the shoulder camera's up, and now it's most of these. Right, yes. It's gonna be a bit tricky on this part because it is under. Extreme violence. Anything else I'm missing? Oh, that's a joint. Don't get distracted by that. My headphones are tearing themselves apart again. I don't like these. Oh yeah, I gotta delete that. Let me just complete this lassoing first, and then we'll go and delete those extra lines. They always appear. Go. Yes! Oh, that looks nice. It's starting to take shape already. I like that. So as much as I'd like to put details on the lever bell now, I'd like to have flat colors for all three of our subjects here. So I'm gonna try and get these done as soon as I can, and then we can start putting all the details that we can. I'm pretty sure I won't be able to do any of that, or finish all of that today. What else am I missing? Alright, let's go with the love gray segments. Bum, ba-dum, bum. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum. Silent voice. Oh, please tell me you're not hearing that. There's a bit of a angle grinding operation currently underway. I have no idea why. noticed that? Okay, that take care of that section. Now take care of the love handles. Oh, that's loud. That is loud. I don't like that. I'm so sorry. I did not expect people to be doing angle grinding at this time of day. So yeah, that notice you might be seeing on screen, that's a lie. It's not mostly quiet, it's mostly noisy. Sorry. Might definitely have to change the coloring here for this segment. Just gonna have to use Foob's colors here later. The Mio's black might actually be much better, really. We'll have to see that angle grind. I am so sorry that you're hearing that. It is very loud right now. Segment is going to be cleaned up. Boom. Okay, now we're definitely seeing something. Okay, we'll go with the arms first, and then we'll adjust the backpack, and then that's gonna be it for the. I was playing that. You know, now that I look at it, the head of the Livy Bell doesn't look like a lion type head, and it looks more like a GM or a gym, whatever you call it these days. I still prefer to call it a GM, despite the fact that officially they're called gyms, even in the original Japanese. But yeah, the color scheme, ignoring these black segments, kind of reminds me of a GM head instead. Yeah, that's great. Segments done. Head and torso complete. Let's go with the arms. Body. Oh, don't forget the trim. strands are also pretty gray in some parts, but the back of the hand is black. Grinding for anyways? I don't get it. I don't remember any construction projects undergoing after all the stuff that happened last week. Segments I forgot. Just so I don't forget them. Whoops, I forgot this segment. Okay, gotta delete that. Who the hell is playing mad reggae remixes at this time of day? What the heck, man? That's an annoying thing. People, even to this day, there are still people who are supposedly selling CDs, claiming that they're reggae remixes of popular tracks, but it's just the basic reggae rhythm superimposed over the track itself, which is kind of annoying because there's absolutely no variation whatsoever. It's just the same. It's the usual 4/4 with the same instruments, like literally the same. And people still insist that those are reggae remixes, which is kind of annoying. Because there are a lot of great reggae musicians out there. And even though they use the same 4/4 signature, they don't actually use the same patterns everywhere. Unlike these folks, which is really getting on my nerves. Alright, this has blue segments too, that's for trim. Why did I put a line there? Oh well, never mind. Is it gonna be some more ratios after this once we've completed all the flat colors. The grinding never stops. Annoy that. Time to go with the arms then. So just avoid the trim segment because that's where the blue is gonna be. Time to collect the arms that gave me a lot of grief last time. Gotta clean that up again. Right. When we hit the 1 hour mark, I'm going to grab a sip because I am dehydrated, I feel. I'm gonna have to turn back after this segment here. So loud! Oh my god. You know what, I'm just gonna mute myself just to minimize the chance of getting caught, so give me a minute. Right, while we wait for that angle grinding to grind down, I am going to grab a drink for a bit so I can replenish myself. Give me a couple of seconds, hang on. grinding has not died down, so I think I'm gonna keep myself wait for a bit more. Let's just focus and get this color done, shall we? That's it for the grinding, but now I'm hearing hammering, so it might come back again. Just for a moment. Just on the safe side, I will tell you when I have to mute again. Was it really been the copyright? Right, I totally forgot. Ooh, yeah, yes. Right. I mean, we can go with the gray seconds first, or we can go with the green trim. Don't forget the extra trim. Right. I think I'll go with the green trim first. So, where was that? That's the arms. The green is below, so... It's gonna be a bit more circular than the others. No, I still cannot believe that's almost the end of April. It just feels like New Year's just came and went with a bit of a whisper. And now we are in May, the second third of the year. Just a hop, skip, and a beat, and we'll already be saying goodbye to 2026. I honestly do not feel right thinking about that right now, since I got a lot of things on my mind that's not exactly helping my case. Can't really put it all off now, though. Oh, it's just fine. It's just stress and all that. The usual stress stuff. Oh, yes. Extra lines again? Why do you keep showing up? Yeah, this one definitely needs some more straight lines, so... Oh, I went a little overboard there. That wasn't where I was about to go. Wait, it is. Partially. Interesting turn of events we have here. this part? Yes. Confusing to see without the gray segments, but will definitely show up once we've started coloring. Next step would be this segment. Oh, right, there's that too. Definitely gonna need some lines though. That segment should... Yes, the trims are taking form. Love it when that happens. Yes, okay, those joint segments are now complete. Now we can go on the other segments. So these parts also are in green. It's just straight lines. Should I just settle for putting ice in front of my fan? Because holy cow, it's absolutely not keeping up with the heat. Why did I click that thing again? I was gonna say, it's absolutely not keeping up with the heat. I do hear that it's gonna be even hotter now, or in the coming month. So I should be prepared for that. Maybe I should put that as a separate one then. Alright, let's put that as a separate green because it's over the white segments. So it's gonna be trim green. So much for breaking, or so much for following my rule of not a lot of superfluous layers. Anything else that needs to be in green besides those segments? Doesn't look like it. Alright, before we add the blue trim, which is this, we're gonna add the green trim first. Or rather the gray segments. And we'll start with the blue. Thick line and thin line. We'll have to do some erasing of that. Funny thing about this is these areas are asymmetrical, so no need to worry about them, I think. Right? Please tell me I'm right. I don't want to look into the animation again. Fine. Hang on, let me just go back to the... Let me just go back to the loading screen while I check the animation for this one. Hang on a second. Give me 1 second. Where is it? How about I go to the chat stream first? Maybe it won't catch it. Screen text. Yeah, we're here now. Let me double check if I can see if I can check the animation. Pretty sure it's not capturing. Right? Oh, come on, where are you? Ow, my ear! It's not balanced. Come on, where are you? Okay, yeah. It's definitely not... It's definitely not symmetrical. Okay, let me go back to the art screen. Whee! So it's asymmetrical, no need to worry about the design. Why Why aren't the dials on the volume dials on this thing on the headphones themselves? Come on. Why is the green? Oh, no, that's correct. Green segment's over here. We'll get the trim later. Dang it! Definitely have to fix these, or at least rig a fix for these headphones later. Not good enough. I miss the days when you just need to push a button to adjust the volume on a headphone. All these fancy gaming headsets, air quotes, with their dial volume controls brings me back to days of... Bring me back to the days of the old... tiny internet chat room headphones. I would like if my headphones would cooperate, please. Oh, why am I going all the way there? They're all gray segments, right? Yes, okay. That's gonna include the palms too. Well, except for the back of the hands. And the joints will also be gray. For uniformity's sake. Silent. this one. Oh, I forgot that segment. Dang it. Where is it? Main segment. What? Oh. Stupid me. Right, that takes care of that segment. Oh, right, this part too. What? Are you kidding me? Oh, you're kidding me. Wow, seriously? Oh, God. I'm sorry, I'm just reacting to something I just remembered. It's been a year? That can't be right. I refuse to believe it's been a year. Alright, where do we go after this? Because I could probably do the trims then. And after that, it's gonna be the legs. Gonna look weird with the colors because I think like the lines aren't exactly right on these hands. Don't forget the wrist segment. Oh, I already did the wrist segment. Right on the right hand side this time. That part's easy. The tougher ones are ahead, though. Oh, I missed something. I knew something was odd about that line. Arm complete. Go with the joints on the lower arm. And then the wrist segment on the left hand. Okay, now it's the palm of the fingers. Why did I even put a gap on them? They're gonna be the same color anyway. Stupid me. Oh, not this again. Et voila. There you go. That takes care of all the green segments. Now let's add some black trim again. And then we'll go with the blue ones. mostly behind then. Use these colors again. Try to get the lines right this time. Yes. This area should be black. So I'll get this. Oh, I was on race mode. What the heck? Okay, lasso, more lasso. Well, I was on race mode because of the stuff I raced in the other segment, right? Right. Definitely have to make those darker later. God. Okay, black segments are done. Anything else I missed? Oh, it's trim time. Here we go. It's gonna be blue. Oh, wait. So do we use this or do we use this? What does it look like here? It's pretty much the same. We'll use that then. Okay, first we'll go with thick line. How thick is that? Very thick. It's very thick. I can't use the inherent alpha mode because they're in different folders anyway, so I'm just gonna delete them manually as I go. Is that seriously the only trim here? Yes. It's too thin. Thin as well. Well, here's the thing though, there's a bit of a... Oh. I think I know what I'll be doing with that then. Let's just cut this down in half first. That's too much. Too thin. Now let's make 20. Then we'll trim it out as we go. Get the angle right, please. No. No. Okay, so let's do that. Then, oh no, I forgot. Since they're basically the same layer, I can't really do the non-destructive filter. Which one was that? Add a layer mask, I think, but I can't do that because they're technically from the same layer, so I can't really trim them. I can't really add the transparency mask. I mean, I technically can if, but for it's the other one that's gonna be transparent, not both of them. It's going to be a problem. So I guess what we're gonna do now is instead to do it manually. Well, that's gonna ruin the whole thing. Where's my... Nah, doesn't work. Too ugly. I mean, the alternative is that we put an underlayer of blue on the same folder. We can't really do the transparency mask apart from this because there's also these segments here on the wrists. Fine, we'll just have to put a no, we'll put a separate mask here later when we add the rendering. For now, we'll stick to fixing these guys. So that's something to ponder about next time. But at least we know that it is, or the line is indeed just asymmetrical, so no need to worry about that. next is this part. Definitely a lot of extra lines that I still have to trim later. I can see them all. Oh! Ooh, yes. Yes, let's go. And now it's backpack time, and then we'll be done with the upper segment. Right. Close upper, close lower. Yes. I should put this in reverse though. Something like that. Same goes for here, I suppose. Let me just delete this. No, keep it at 20. Definitely gonna have to keep that at 20. Delete this instead. Yes, something like that. Done with the blue trims over on this side. Now we go for backpack. Oops. Arms are done. Arms and hands, really. Now it's backpack. So, make a layer there. Put in the back of the head. Just the back. Not much to worry about on this one, thankfully. It's mostly concealed by everything else. And there's these segments here too. Right, that main body is done. I go to the black sections. Well, they got the pen-like colors right. Some segments. But you don't see much of Well, it looks more like it's foobs on top and me at the bottom there. Obviously because of the color schemes. This segment too. Well, let's start here first. Save. This segment too. Why do I keep forgetting that? Now the slightly less visible red segment. Oh, that's why. Dang it. Thankfully, no trim to worry about, so we can just focus on coloring everything. Yes! Alright, I think that's it for the upper body. Now let's, we'll have to worry about the lower body, which I think will be a bit of a tricky part, maybe? Let's do a review. Okay, colors upper. We have the backpack, check. The head, the torso with the lights, and then the arms and hands, along with the trim over here for blue. That is a good sign that we're done with the upper body. Now let's go with the lower one. Oh, right. Okay, that was wrong. So I think we should go with skirt armor. Front skirt armor, more like. Skirt armor and then side skirts have to be on a separate color scheme, though. Oh, this one also has trim. Not to worry, we can work that on out. So many extra lines that I'll have to delete later. For this. Oh, why did I have red on? Good thing I wasn't on the right layer there. Would have deleted it again. Perfect. I don't like that. I feel like, the wrong layer again. I feel like my PC is already starting to smoke up. I don't like that. Not managing to keep up with the heat. That's black segment's done. Now let's put on. Oh wait, I forgot the central part. now we're definitely done with the black segments. Now we put the green trim right between the black and the white, which means should be somewhere behind both. This unit has a surprisingly reserved color palette, actually. I thought it was going to be a bit more diverse based on how it acts in combat, but I guess that's only more like an illusion brought about by its design overall. Some more stuff to clean here. That's all of the greens up, and now we put in the blue trim. Which again will be requiring this pen. Is that? Oh, okay, that makes sense. I wonder, maybe I'll have to make this thinner here. Yeah, it's definitely too thick. I'm gonna have to make it thinner on the lower end compared to the shoulder armor. Angle is to that segment of the green, somewhere around here. Make a half. Does that make sense? Isn't it kind of small? It doesn't matter. Still see the trim there. I'll just have to add some details later so that it pops out a bit more. Now next up we have... Wait, hang on a second. Ah, there it is. We can just pixelize the thing. Well, maybe we can we'll only have to... hang on. Pixelize the 10. And then the color is for the upper one. Just this segment will do. And then filter it with a blur. No, I just pixelize 10. There, something's off here. Filter, pixelize. Keep it at 10. Maybe pixel width, maybe. Nah. This will stay pixelized, but this will have to get some details later. This is just too thin to add some extra details via lines, but these guys are definitely just gonna need extra rendering later. Now let's continue on with our trim. Okay, everything here seems to be done. And that takes care of the flat coloring for the skirt armor. Now to go for side skirts. Is side skirts folder. Okay, put them below the skirt. Body. Side skirts. Go. Now for the base. I think the mic is picking up the fan because holy crap, I really cannot survive. And I have to put the fan straight into my face just so that I don't pass out from heat exhaustion. Oh, I forgot about the rear armor. Crap. Fine. Put it in a separate folder. Oh, God. Okay, that's the body, the side skirt's done. And 1 second. I can't get the Cobra OP out of my head. That's the side skirts done, I think. Is it? Now I don't remember if there's anything about those. No, I'm pretty sure these spikes are also in black. Now it's time for the rear skirt. Pretty sure the rear skirt is supposed to be black as well. Just a bit more and we should be done with the flat coin for the Livy Bell for now. Okay, that's the skirt arm done. Now we can focus on the legs and the feet, which are also in different shade of black. Skirts, skirt armor. Yes. Mostly black on the body there. Before I start coloring this part, I should adjust this. Oh my god, it's hot! It's really hot. Almost done with this upper leg, and then we can fill the colors in as we go. Go with the upper leg on the right. Oh, that's really okay. Why did I put a gap there? They're still the same level of black anyway. I'm stupid. So we had joints and other gross seconds. Definitely a lot more stuff to clean up there. Don't forget these intakes have a separate color, as you can see here, so don't overlap them as much as possible. That's our right intake cleaned up. I just need to put the body in and parts of the feet as well. Back is stiff as a board. Just a bit more and we should be able to get this thing done. Oh, this is done. We'll finish off this part as well so that we can focus on getting everything done in one go for both legs. Is this correct? Oh yes, it is. And then poof. Anything else that needs black segments here? Nope, doesn't look like it. Let's continue on to the other leg. Yeah, I think I am going to give it a bit more of black shade using Fubuki-san's black instead of the in-game models black once I get around to it. Good. Did it just hit 100 in here, or is it just me? Oh. Oh, let's continue on this one. the gaps for that later. Let's just get these lines cleaned up. Some more black. Oh my god. Definitely gonna have to fix these lines as well. That's a lot of them. Anything else on the back? Nope. Just this. Okay. Next up, we'll go with the gray segments first, and then we'll go with the white and then the red, in order of decreasing size. Let's start with the joint here. Oh great, I forgot. Golden Week is upon us, if you're in Japan at least. Which means it's going to be hectic as a lot of people go home to enjoy the week-long holiday. If I remember correctly, that's also much busier for people who actually don't spend the holidays at home and would rather do extra stuff on the side. So hopefully you don't run in. If you're in Japan right now, hopefully you don't run into too much traffic or some such. Especially when there's a lot of people there's like different sets of people heading both home for the holidays or work for extra stuff. Because there's a lot of them still on both sides of the line. I do want to experience actual Golden Week in Japan. I hear there are a lot of fancy events for that for people who actually are in Japan for the Golden Week holidays. and are not exactly going home. So that's interesting to see. Just a bit. Gray segments on this side are done. Let's move on to the right leg. A lot less to work with since the inside joint isn't exactly visible. Right. Okay, there should be something here, but okay, that should work for me. Oh, this one is only just gonna be something narrow. Yeah, I gotta clean it up. So we're just gonna need straight lines, lots of Kakokoi. That's all the gray segments on the right leg cleaned up. My ear. Right, next one is going to be white. So we clean up all the grays. And then we'll go with red to close this off. Surprisingly, I thought I was gonna be able to just at least get 2 of them done, but looks like we got a little too carried away getting the level fixed up. It's understandable, highly. Okay, next up here. next step is on the right. Same segments, and then we can focus on the rest of the pack afterwards. This is gonna be the reds, and we will be done with the Libby Belt's flat colors. Excellent. The white segment's done. Now for the red ones. And with that, the Libby Belt's flat colors are done. I have to say, I kind of like how the white segments stand out from the black, but I definitely feel like I can still polish this before we fully render the guy. That will be held for a different time. How does she look with the... I was gonna say, oh yeah, I want to see how this looks with the line arts from the other side. Ooh, yeah, I think I'm seeing the picture now, with the color in effect. I guess we are done with the Libby Bell, actually. Yes. Well, the flat colors at least. Now, we'll just have to work on getting the flat colors for Fubuki-san and Mio-san, and then we can render them all, and then we can upload this to Pixiv, and hopefully somebody will make a better version of it when they see it, because I think this is not exactly top quality fan art. Well, whatever. That discussion is for another day. Thank you so much for dropping by. Sorry that was mostly just on one subject. I personally did not expect it to be just that. But at least it's done now, so that bodes well for the rest of the line. Hopefully, we will be able to get the colors done before the week is out, though, considering how things might be busy from now on. It could be delayed a bit. Whatever the case, it's a good start. Hopefully, if I do stream the continuation for the coloring here, I hope you you'll also be there to check it out. For the time being, though, if you got any complaints or valid reactions about the stream tonight, I would really be grateful if you can drop me a line on my Twitter or my Pixiv. If you got a hankering for older streams that have expired on Twitch, or you just want to see what other stuff I've already uploaded to the VOD archive, you can always check it linked up on the About tab of my profile page on Twitch, and also searchable on the same searchable on YouTube under the same username. That's lurk work with a U instead of an O. By the way, if you're currently checking the mod, thanks for dropping by. Sorry that it wasn't much. Not exactly a lot of stuff to look into that, I feel. But at least, well, I hope you still see something that might be interesting for you there. Any hoot, if you think the VOD isn't exactly to your liking, there's always a lot more on across the channel that might be much more interesting for you, so I hope you check those out. Speaking of the channel, if you got a friend who might be interested in the stuff I stream, or who just wants to complain about PNG streamers in general, I would really be grateful if you can share my channels with them. Twitch.tv/lurkatwork and lurkatwork on YouTube. Once again, that's work with a U instead of an O. Unfortunately, I don't have anybody I can send you over for now, because most of the people on my channel are currently out for the rest of the weekend. Yeah, no, there's nobody I can send you over to, maybe. Wait, double check. I wonder. Yeah, no. Nope. No, they're not okay. They're not online either. Dang it. There's gotta be something here. Come on! There's gotta be something. I don't see anything. Well. Yeah, nope, sorry. I got nobody I can send you over to. So unfortunately, I'll have to bid you goodbye for the time being. And, well, it is kinda late in the night for some of the people on the channel right now, so I guess I'll just have to bid you adieu and hope you enjoy the rest of your evening and the weekend as you prepare for work tomorrow. I know how that feels, even though I haven't been part of the regular workforce for quite a while now. I still know the pain of preparing for the week. Anyway, that's all for me for now. Once again, lurk and work. There's no RTB. Unfortunately, there's nobody I can send you over, so I'll just have to bid you adieu. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see y'all when I see y'all. Good night, everybody.